Okay, so let's start the next session. Handing over to you guys, Stian and Anders.
Thank you. Welcome to this little slot about parametric modeling of electrical equipment. My name is Stian Wirgenes, and I have with my side Anders Rudfoss to help me here. So I guess you're already familiar with this questions functionality. So you can just fill in your questions as we go. And I guess Anders will try to explain a bit if there are some questions. So we work at Electronova. We are electrical consulting engineers. And we are located in Sandvika, in the same building as Trimble Sandvika. We have cooperated a lot through the years. So it's natural for us to use and help get help from the knowledge from Trimble. So what we are going to present for you today is how we retrieve road lines from a project, how we can place out manholes and light poles, and how we can make the electrical conduits between the manholes and also the light poles. So this is an cooperation between Quadri, NovaPoint, and Grasshopper, and we have also created an SQL database that we access through Access, and we use Grasshopper then to combine data and place the objects. So let's go out in the solution. We start in NovaPoint, Quadri. So we want the information out from Quadri, and what we are looking for is, of course, the new geometry of the road and also the terrain. So I create a new task just to get this. I call it my road, without wrong spelling. And then I will get the collection I know I have to need. It's roads, and I also need to use the alignment to make this work. We see that the order of and naming of all the lines and samples and so on is differs from project to project, and that gives us some challenges to make our code working. So we hope that we will see some more standardizing when we go away further. So now I have created this design task, and I will go to Grasshopper and Quadri. Grasshopper in Rhino. And on the Quadri pane, I will select that was of course this one. I will use that, so I just push it away. So here I have the collector that that picks up my design tasks, and I like to set in a panel just to see what do I actually get here. So I drag this into this, and see here's the design task that I newly created, my road, and I also have some other tasks here. And if this is a big project and many people's involved, they may have a lot of design tasks, so it could be challenging to find your own tasks. As you see now, we have a little minus in front of the ID here. That's because I haven't shared my Quadri data. So this ID will change the first time I share with the rest of the team. So now, how could can I use this? We have this feature selector, and I could of course drag it right in here, but then it will be difficult to sort out the data I'm actually going to use. So I will do a search, and I created a little index here. This is a component that Anders has created. It's searching in a text to find the right ID and push it into a list selector. And then we go into the Quadri design task. So if I say that this is my list, I have to push it in both here. And the one thing I'm out for here is my road. So I go here and say my road. And if I now drag this in here, I will have only the data from my road into this feature selector. So now I have got my my data for the geometry, and I want to do the same to get the terrain. I have already created a design task for the terrain. So I just copy this and say, now I'm looking for the terrain. That's what I'm in Norwegian has called X-terrain. It's case sensitive, but I don't need the whole word, the whole sentence. So I just, yes. So now I have one collection here with the geometry and one collection with the terrain. So what do I get out of this one? We can set up a panel again and see what we have here. Got to make this big. It's a lot of text here. It's difficult to sort it out, so we need to sort more. So the first thing I do is that I will collect the meshes that creates the surfaces that I'm going to use. So I will now just select the meshes from this selections. And if I now see here, it's an easier list. And to make this even more easier, I combine all the meshes. So I say mesh join. So yeah, invalid meshes, of course, but I got one mesh. The other, this takes a lot of place. And I will, of course, do the same thing with the terrain. So, and now I need the lines. I need lines to place all my equipment, and then we have created a little cluster. Inside this cluster is a lot of graphic codes. That's way too complicated to explain. So we are just packed it into this cluster, and if I drag this in here, it's in Norwegian, but it's the lines that define the road, and we make a filter because I know what it's the area that's in this project is called S01 that we need. And I also want this road that was called GS-vei. And I will then pick up the road called 0. This is a lot of input when we need to get this work. So now I have the lines. I have all the surfaces that I need to get this to work. And we then have created, I have this top line here just because I'm presenting, so I can't see what I'm doing. So we have created this environment we call Ilder with a lot of functionality for electrical equipment. So then we could place out this box that will place the light poles, and we also have similar for manholes and also for the cable pipes that we connect them with. But instead of tracking all these lines now, I have done a little. I have done some preparings. So here it's the same. We have now got to this point, and here's the 3 boxes: one for poles, the one for manholes, and the one for the conduits. And what we do here now, we have to connect this to this SQL database that I was mentioned. And the name of that database is the project number we have here. And we also sorted in different roads, and the road we are going to work with now is called 2. So we can take this a little bit up in the corner here. So let's see what we actually get here. So if I select this mesh that represent the new geometry, and first I have to see that I want to see it, and then go find it. Yeah, I think I have to run this again. Once more. I was making this my road design task, so then I think it stopped me. So let's see now. So at least. So here we see we have got the terrain, and I just turn it off now, just where you can see the new geometry. Select this now, as you see it becomes green. And if we turn off this one too, we have some lines. And this is the lines that I was mentioned that this cluster was picking up. So now we want to place some light poles. We don't have any light poles right now, so that's because that's why this box is red now. So what we have to do, we have to go into access to access our database, and this is not a very easy user interface, but this is how we have to work right now to get this work. We have to work in this database lines, and we have created different tables to connect all the equipment that we want to use. So we have this table that sums up all equipment that we want to place. And we have created, this is must storage, this is Norwegian for light pole. And I have said that I want to place that one in profile number 110 at the road number 2. On the side 0, that's the same as Quadri use. 0 for what will it be again? 0 for the left and 1 for right. And we used the Quadri line 0 just a comment. And here we have some information about how we should set out this object. We have a rotation, we have a height, we have a depth. The depth is actually where the system should understand where the connection point for the pipes is. And then we have 4 different numbers here, and this presents an lookup value in a library that we got. And of course we have to know this library to know which number should we place here. But the first number here represents the bottom of the base point of the pole, and this is the first section of the pole, the pole itself actually. And then we also have a top, and we have the light fixings at the end, or opposite way anyway. And then we say how long from the road line we are connecting to will be place or the pole, and we say here it's 1 meter. And a lot of all other information there is not that necessary to talk about for the placing. You see here is columns for the actual position, and this is served by the system, so we don't need to fill that in. So what we do now, as you see here, I have prepared some poles, and I just push these 3 now to be active. And when I now go and tell this poles to update, you see I have got some poles here. It's a little bit complicated to see them because they are not actually objects yet. They are just preview, and then it's a little bit different to zoom to them. So here we got our 3 masts, and as we see, they are perfectly lined up and related to the line that we asked for. So here we might go and say that we want the offset to be, let's say, 0. We want to set it on the line. And if we go back here now and update this one, the 2 poles is moving to the line. That's of course not any good idea to set on the line, so we take it back. And the same way we could do with the manholes. The manholes is defined in the same way. Of course, this is not poles, but they also have a depth, and they have a kind of manhole, and they can also have some bottom frame, and of course the top part of the manholes. So it's defined the same way as the light poles is. So I just turn this on to make them active. And I can go out here now and let's see what now. There we go. So I now we could zoom to this too, so it's easier to see what we get. We got one manhole here, and we got another manhole on the other side of this light stretch. And as you see here, the manhole itself is a kind with an elevated top. Let's look at this one. It's easier. And the frame here is actually elevating to fit the terrain. So if I go back here now and turn on the terrain, I'll see that it's perfectly elevated for the surroundings, and also the other one. And of course, it's a little bit sensitive because if we meet some of these fractions that make the surface a little bit bumpy, then the frame will also become a little bit bumpy. So that's one of the challenges that we are working with. We turn this off again, so a little bit overview. So what I want to do now is I want to connect these objects with cable pipes. And I go back to access, and we have a table here too for the pipes. And this is a little bit complicated to understand how it's connected. But as we do here, we have one line for each package of pipes. So we have another table here that defines for this project the different pipes that we want to use. This is the dimension of them in millimeters, and we can of course have as many pipes as we want. We can also define here how it should prepare in curves. So if we go now back here and we select this main package, we say that it's starting in 1284, and 1284, that's actually the number from the other table here. And we have a little text here to help us in navigating. So if I see here, we have the ID. That's typical database ID. It's automatically created. And it's the ID that we use when we create the pipe packages. So we start in this manhole. We follow the road number 2. We are sticking to the left side, as we mentioned earlier. And we here also say that we want to be 2 meters from the edge of the road. And we have also defined how the depth And if we want it to start with an offset, we want in some occasions we want to have a little offset out of the manhole. We don't want it to start in the middle, so then we can make an offset. And this is different depths. And here we come to the strange part. These columns define how the pipes should behave in relation to each other in different points of the trace. So if we go a little bit further here, here is the actually information about the tubes that we are going to use. And here we say 1, 1, 2, 0. And if I go back to the pipe table, I will see that 1, that's an 110 tube. And I had, I forgot it already. I got a 1, 1, 2, 0. So I have two of this, and then I have one of this. So I have three pipes, and there are actually a spot here free for another tube, and that's to just take that already. We see that we have that pipe is in the next package. But I just to get this a little bit easier to understand, I will just make this one active. And now I will start this one. Yeah, and now I have done a lot of pushing and turning, so I have to because we have a box over here that these boxes is actually collecting from the database, and these boxes is sending data back. So when we are working with geometry and where we want our equipment, then we have to send it back to the database to get this communication between the equipment to work properly. So I push the button up here to make this update, and then I try to take this one more. And now I see I got a package that go all the way from the one manhole to there was the right button to the other one. And as we asked for, it's following 2 meters from the edge of the road. So then we can look at the other traces that we have here. We make this one active too, and this has this via, and here is mentioned some numbers, and these numbers is actually the light poles we have here, 1280, 81, 82. It's the same here. So here we tell this trench to go from the manhole to the other manhole, but we want it to go via this light poles. And we can also make it differs in how it should be behave, but we want it to follow the other package, and that's why we also have created this as if it was the same package. We just say this package is free, and here we used no this place is free, and we use it here. And this number 3, this is actually a earth wire that is following trench. So if I now I make this active, and I go back here and run this one, and I see we have got the 4th pipe from the manhole and going through all of the light poles. And this is, of course, parametric. So they are positioning in height referred to the terrain right above them. They all, of course, used the new geometry. No, that was try one. Select and show. As we see here, it's not everywhere that we have information about height, but it also always use the geometry height in the first place, and in the second place, it will use the other terrain. We turn this off again, just to see what we are doing. So, and now if we see that we want to move a light pole, for example, we go into this equipment table, and we can go and say that we can use the offset again. If I want now the light pole in the middle to be on the line, 0 offset, and I go back here to, and I run it again, I see that the pole has actually moved out on the line, but the pipes is not following. So what I have to do, I have to now tell the system that I have moved this pole, push the button, and if I now make this one run once more, now the pipes has followed after and go up to where the pole is. Yeah. So I guess that's more or less what I was planning to show you.
That's perfect, Stian. Yeah. And actually, we have got some minutes over the time. But
yeah, of course. Sorry, I was so engaged.
Yeah, really fascinating. We have no questions in the chat for this, but please post them afterwards if you have any, and we will see that you get answers afterwards.
Yeah.
So we have to thank you now, and we have 2 minutes for the next session to start. So please, thank you very much.
Thank you for letting us.